Many words are spoken to help us forget the chances we've been given and let slip through our grip. Though my life's not over.
Once I was living in my suite, I found out it was infested with bugs, and my landlord owed a lot of money to people. One night, an ex-tenant actually smashed the windows out to the house. I immediately started looking for a new home for me and my baby. Even though I was drug-free and had rent and damage deposit, nobody wanted to rent to me. So me and my 6-month son at the time ended up homeless.
There's another one we should put on is that how people, when assume that say, oh, that homeless person does drugs, we can't hire them. They assume, and they can't assume they don't work.
If you're sober and you want to get help and you're homeless,
but you can stay at the shelter and
for a month.
Go to that.
The only reason I got housing is because I was in the hospital and I was suicidal. But you have to hit rock bottom first before they even want to help you.
That is true. Yeah.
When I was staying at a friend of a friend's house, whom I was recently introduced to and was offered a place to live, I was left in the dark about my new roommate's addictions and quickly found out that they were all using crack, cocaine, and heroin.
I'm a young 27-year-old man from the New Channel Nation, and I was homeless a few separate times. One time that there's a stigma like if you're homeless, you know, you're lazy, you don't work and whatnot. I was working and I was homeless.
Like I hit rock bottom, and I could have stayed there. I could have not stayed in that spot. But I told myself, I'm like, no, I'm young, I'm 22, I don't want to live like this,
As the months went by, I kept to myself more and more. I spent the days out and only came home to sleep. Usually, whenever I came home, everyone would be using in the living room, and I would isolate myself in one of the bedrooms and watch TV until I fell asleep. At this point in time, I felt very lonely and trapped because I had no one to talk to or anywhere else to live for that matter, so I endured the hardship of living in such conditions.
Let me talk about the living condition of my specific room. I got cockroaches. I don't have even a hot plate. I got bed bugs. And the room itself is about 14 by 18. And if you got spent a night or two in jail, that's pretty much the same size as a jail cell.
I'm a gay youth, and it's a bit of a gender bender when it came to the shelters because when I went to one shelter, I was kicked out for doing drag, and then another shelter actually wanted to put me inside the women's side of the shelter because I did drag for one day out of the shelters. There's no real shelters out there for transgender youth or people that are out there. They go one or the other.
Well, there's a way of going into social assistance is where they have a form you got to sign before you actually get money. And most of the landlords don't like that. They want their money up front. So sometimes it can be really hard to find a place on social assistance because some landlords want their money up front.
And a lot of youth, especially a lot of youth, it's like, oh, I can crash at my friend's place, couch surf and stuff like that.
So I didn't even consider myself homeless, but couch surfing is not a home. Living on someone's couch is not a home. If you want to pull yourself out of these situations, you need to be able to feed yourself. You need your own kitchen. You need your own bathroom just so you can live, for lack of a better term, like a normal person. And look at where these spots are, right? They're all in the DTES. How do they expect us to pull ourselves out?